For nearly 2,000 years, the name Judas Iscariot has been the ultimate symbol of betrayal. The traitor, the one who sold out Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. His story is cemented in the New Testament, a cornerstone of Christian faith. But what if everything we thought we knew was wrong? What if Judas wasn't a villain, but the most misunderstood hero in history? Okay. Definitely not a hero, but let's look a little deeper into the guy. Shall we? In the 1970s, a discovery was made in a desert cave in Egypt that would send shockwaves through the world of biblical scholarship. It was a crumbling, ancient codex, a book written in Coptic Egyptian. After decades of restoration and study, it was authenticated as a genuine 2nd century text, the Gospel of Judas, and its message turned the traditional narrative on its head. Or did it? Let's go deeper. Unlike the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, this text isn't a biography of Jesus. It's a secret revelation. In it, Jesus takes Judas aside and tells him that he alone, among all the disciples, understands the true divine nature of Jesus. Jesus then told Judas about a terrible, world-changing act that he would do. He told Judas he would to betray him. In this gospel, Judas's act is one of greed or malice, or is it? It is an act that he was destined to do. Jesus needs to be freed from his physical body to return to the divine realm, and Judas is the only one trusted with this sacred, tragic task. He is somewhat the catalyst for salvation, not its saboteur. So, if this book existed, why didn't it make it into your King James Bible? Two main reasons: timing and theology. First, the Gospel of Judas was written too late, around 130 to 180 AD, long after the canonical Gospels. Church fathers like Irenaeus explicitly condemned it as heretical. Why? Because its theology, known as Gnosticism, was a direct threat to the emerging Orthodox Church. Gnostics believed salvation came from secret knowledge, not just faith in Jesus' sacrifice. If Judas was following predestined orders, then his betrayal wasn't a sin, and the simple story of good versus evil becomes a complex divine plan. This undermined the core message the early church was trying to standardize. By the time the King James Version was commissioned in 1604, these heretical texts had been purged for over a millennium. This ancient debate isn't just about dusty manuscripts. It speaks directly to our lives today. The Gospel of Judas forces us to question a profound idea. What if the most difficult thing you've ever had to do, the thing that made you look like the bad guy, was actually necessary for a greater good? Think about the manager who has to lay off employees to save a company, the whistleblower who exposes corruption and is shunned by colleagues, or, on a personal level, ending a relationship that's no longer healthy, even if it breaks someone's heart. Of course, the predestined betrayal of Jesus doesn't even compare to the previous mentioned life examples. However, it does make you think. These actions, seen from the outside, look like betrayal. But from the inside, they can be acts of painful necessity. The Gospel of Judas challenges us to look beyond the simple labels of hero and villain, and consider the complexity of intention, sacrifice, predestined events, and the heavy burden of playing a role you never asked for. The Gospel of Judas doesn't provide easy answers. Instead, it gives us a powerful lens through which to view our own choices and how we judge the choices of others. It asks us to sit with the discomfort that sometimes the right path isn't the popular one, and that being misunderstood might be the price of fulfilling a greater purpose. So, here's a question to leave you with. What if the villain in your story was simply playing a part in a predestined plan you couldn't yet understand? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to Relax Zen Media for more ancient biblical secrets and prayers for modern-day life. Always remember, God loves you.